Bloodborne is one of my favorite video games of all time. It's an action game with horror elements like you've never seen before. The controls are tight, the story is thought-provoking and intriguing, and it'll pull you in and immerse you, and never let go. It is, in my opinion, a nearly flawless integration of the player into the world they're diving into. It directly involves you in the mystery, the world, and the story, and puts you in the shoes of your character in a way that many video games have never even attempted. But this is all standard fare for From Software, the creators of Bloodborne and the Dark Souls series before it. They specialize in designing challenging video games that put the player up against nearly impossible odds, enemies and creatures 10 times your size, and tell you to beat them up with a broken sword. They give you the slimmest amount of direction, pat you on the back, and send you on your way into a world that's mysterious, harsh, and brutal. Unforgiving by nature, the Souls games test your reflexes and awareness, rewarding thinking your actions through instead of running into encounters blindly and getting your skull caved in. They stand out among third-person games, among action games, among video games. And deeper than that lies the story. One thing that's true of all Souls games, dating back to even the days of Demon's Souls, is that you're a stranger in a strange land. Your character begins each journey as an outsider, having come in search of adventure, or meeting their destiny, or even as a prisoner. From the start, you know only what you're told about the game world, and from there you have to figure nearly everything else out on your own. The Souls games are full of deeper backstory that you aren't required to know, but will flesh out everything around you if you bother to dig a little. Item descriptions, well-hidden NPCs, and friends and foes alike drip-feed you all of the information you need to know what's going on and where to go next. What makes them such great experiences, though, is that you have to seek these things out for yourself. The challenge is present whether you're ready for it or not, but your preparedness for it is entirely in your hands. A playthrough of a Dark Souls game can take 20-30 hours. Dying over and over again teaches you what you're doing wrong and shows you how you can learn from your experience. Veteran players have beaten these games in less than an hour apiece. The Souls series is a shining example of how extremely tight game design and world building can create a video game that can be enjoyed in tons of different ways, and they're all valid as long as you're paying attention. So that's where Bloodborne comes in. It's a spin-off of the Souls games, in the same style and presentation, but with a wholly disconnected world and story. It takes the low fantasy genre of the Dark Souls games and slaps a heaping helping of gothic horror on top of it, with an extra layer of cosmic existential dread to taste. The gameplay is faster paced and more violent, with streamlined controls and a more linear level progression. It's Souls on steroids, a train that starts chugging and won't slow down until you've uncovered all of the horrible secrets hidden just beneath the surface of the Bloodborne game world. In this Let's Play, we'll be uncovering those secrets together. I'll be moving at a glacial pace, walking most places when I'm not in combat, taking things incredibly slowly to show off the intricate graphics and level design, the sights and sounds, all of the care and attention put into Bloodborne for you to take in. Editing will be slim, reserved mostly for when I have to backtrack or after dying more than a few times in a row. Additionally, I've prepared several dozen bonus features that will appear at the ends of the relevant videos to expand upon Bloodborne's fantastic game design, story, and mechanics. I want this to be the most detailed and in-depth look at Bloodborne ever put on the internet. And that's a lofty goal, but I hope you'll join me, and we can experience some good old-fashioned existential dread together. I look forward to having you along for the ride, good hunters. May you find your worth in the waking world.